We have one person here. I like it.
Kim's there. Kim's just got her video off. So there are two.
Okay.
Coach, if you don't mind starting us off with an opening statement.
Well, it wasn't certainly the cleanest match on either side, but it was good for us to play well enough to win the match. And we started off a little slow, I thought, but it was a good match for us to gain some confidence. And even though wasn't real sharp, it was always nice to come out with a win.
Questions for Dave?
Hey, Coach. So one of the stories, obviously, of this match tonight was Emery Herman and Sofia Maldonado Diaz. Do you feel that they can, if not already, become one of the best 1-2 duos, not only in the Pac-12, but in the NCAA as a whole?
Well, we got a long way to go before we can start talking about it in those terms. I mean, I think the future is really bright for all the freshmen, for Emery and for Sophia and China and Jalen, and for some of the littles that we have. Certainly, Kamiley belongs in that company as well. But I mean, there's a lot to learn for both those. Sophia kind of brings a wealth of knowledge and a level of play that's unusual for a freshman. Emery is on the job learning. I mean, she has never been a 5-1 setter, so when she's front row, sometimes she makes decisions that will make me lose even more of my hair than I already have. But that's all part of the process of her learning how to be a front row setter and what we call a 5-1. And so, those are things that we're going to have to live with, and with time, she'll be a terrific elite setter. There's no question. She's a terrific athlete, has a right mindset, very composed, has a good brain. I really am happy about her being in the program. Not everybody can set for me, and certainly can't. And not everyone can be a setter. It's like not everyone can be a quarterback, and not everyone can be a point guard. I mean, so you're trying to find somebody that got a little bit of the it factor, and I think that Emery certainly has that. It's going to take a little time to develop some of the tactical parts of it, though.
Thank you, Coach.
And her serving tonight, Emery serving. In the past, you've had Delara go on those streaks, and it was kind of Emery tonight. Can you just talk a little bit about her serving and how that's helping you, Coach?
Well, certainly one of the strengths of our team are serving and passing in general. I think that when it comes down to it, we have almost every server that we put on the floor has the opportunity to create some type of offensive opportunity for us. We're going to put some serving pressure on the opposing team. And Emery is really, really good. She serves the ball with velocity and can move it around and is accurate. Kamiley Hiopo is the same way. Delara had a really nice run at the end of game 3, set 3, that kind of kept us in. I was really working on Delara being a jump topspin server because she has such a good, powerful arm. She was a little inconsistent with that, and so we brought her back and what we call the jump float bomb serve. And that ball's traveling about 40-plus miles an hour, which is where we want it to be. And so Delara is a terrific. We try to start the match with her serving because she's such a good server and creates opportunities for us to earn points when she's at the service line. So I think that's one of our strengths. Certainly allows us to keep ourselves competitive within the set is our ability to serve and be able to pass. Our biggest weakness right now, just we need to find some more scoring opportunities. We're a little bit we're not as offensive as we need to be. I'd like to be around 15 kills per set. I think the most we had was set 2. We were at 14. We're at 12. So we need to get more points on the board for us from a scoring standpoint.
And how important do you think that third set, pulling it out there and not having to go to a fourth? Did you have concerns if you had to go to a fourth?
Do I have any concerns?
Did it make it difficult for them if they had to go to the fourth set?
Danny, you're gonna have to help me out here on this. I'm sorry, Kim.
It's okay.
You're on mute,
You
Danny.
still there?
How important was it to close it out in 3 sets and not go to a 4th set?
Well, in the game of volleyball, anything can happen. I mean, we've all seen it before. And I told the players, young teams when they're up 2-0 tend to let down, and that's exactly what happened when we were down by 5 or 6 points in the middle of that set, and we fought our way back. The good news is that Oregon State's a young team too, so for them to hang on, normally if you're playing against an experienced team, they're not going to let you back in like Oregon State had done. We're both really young. We both have a lot of players. Their starting opposite was out tonight. I'm not sure what happened. Number 10 normally plays for them. Paige normally plays for us. So we're both a little shorthanded. But we're both so young. I mean, that's the thing. They're starting for a freshman. We're starting for a freshman. So it's kind of a battle of attrition and youth and inexperience.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Anything else for Coach Rubio?
One last question, if I may, Coach. So now that you've won this match against Oregon State, what would you say, as you were detailing, though, other than getting more kills, would be the key to victory in the next match against them in a couple of days?
Well, I think that we struggle behind the setter in the offense. I think that we need to have China need to be a little more offensive. I think we've set the ball enough to Z. We're tipping too much, way too much tipping. We need to be, taking better approaches and scoring more on the hard driven. Tipping is good as a part of it, an off speed game, but it can't be your first thought. Your first thought has got to be to approach hard and to try to hit the ball hard and then tip after that. I felt like tonight we were tipping first with the idea of scoring. You can't really do it that way. I mean, it's much harder to start to pick up the speed and be more aggressive as an attacker when you're tipping. It's just hard to do that versus hitting hard and then tipping. So for us, I think there's got to be a little bit more offense for us. We got to get our middles involved a little bit more. And I thought Delar, who started out slow, really came through in the middle and to the end of those sets offensively. I thought she really struggled early on in set one, really fighting herself just internally, and then she kind of worked her way out of it. So I was really proud of her ability to do that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you.
We have Kamiley Hiapo and Sofia Maldonado Diaz here, and we will open it up for questions. We won't need the raise hand since there are only 2 of you, so just whoever wants to go ahead.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Sophia, with Paige out injured right now, do you feel extra pressure to perform, to kind of carry the offense for your team?
Okay, creo que a todo el equipo es pues más, pues tenemos que trabajar extra porque pues no está ella, pero creo que estamos haciendo un gran trabajo en eso y pues para que ella también en cuanto regrese se pueda adaptar bien al equipo.
She thinks that as a team, it's a lot to adapt to for all of them. Having Paige injured at the moment, not just herself, but everyone in general. And just trying to work out how to make that work without her on the court and then be able to integrate her back in when she's not injured.
Kamiley, the same for you. You kind of have to take that leadership that you share with Paige. How does that feel for you?
The first time she was out in Oregon, it was definitely different. Ever since I've been here, she's been in every single game. So having her presence not on the court was very, very different and kind of hard to adapt to because of our rotations. We were just getting our rotation in there finally. But I think her presence off the court is really, really helping. Like, she's become more vocal and you can just, she helps a lot off the court, I think, for everyone, especially me. I need that.
And so how did have Melina in there tonight help for you?
I love Melina. Me and Melina are really close friends. I think we're comfortable passing with each other. we trust each other on the court, and I think everyone else trusts her on the team too. So the dynamic is really helpful with Melina in there. I think originally she was a sub for Sophia in the back row, but Sophia's outstanding in the back row now. So it was nice having a way to work her into the lineup now.
And do you feel comfortable in the back row now, Sophia?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let someone else go if they've got questions. If not, then I have some more.
For sure. First off, great match, ladies. It was really entertaining to watch. This is really, I'd say, an open question. If you could take me through that third and final set, what adjustments did you say you made to end up pulling it out where at one point the team was actually down by 7?
We were down by 7. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think this was the first match I feel like that we really fought. We really grinded out throughout the whole entire game. It was mostly not against them, but against ourselves, and like trying to fight to come back. I guess it never really felt like we were down because we stayed together throughout that whole entire set. So I think we just stuck through it, and that was a very big improvement for our team and a very big turning point.
Creo que igual no sentí que el equipo estaba como, como bajo en energía, sobre todo eso que la energía siempre estuvo como muy arriba. Y creo que pues sí, en el tercer set fue como un cierre, o sea, teníamos que cerrar y ejecutar bien, y pues se logró al final del partido.
Sophia felt that the energy was never lacking throughout the whole game, although they may have been down by a few points. The energy was always there, and they were willing to fight to come back. And so the third set for her signified more just coming back, coming together as a team, and finishing it out strong.
Great. And then to talk on that in the match as a whole, what would you say were the keys to success to not only winning this match, but to even sweep the team after coming off those tough losses that you took up in Oregon?
We know that Oregon State is definitely a gritty team. They have a very good defense. They attacked at every chance they could. I think the key for us was just to keep pressure on them. I thought we had really good pressure from the serving line. Emory had 4 aces. That's insane. We missed not that many serves, but we definitely kept pressure on them in our hitting. We were in system a lot, and we kept our defense up. I think defense made a really big difference tonight. I think we were relentless in our defense, which was pretty good.
Sí, creo que también pues parte de el entrenador que toda la semana estuvimos trabajando es para jugar con un sistema contra ellas, y creo que también la defensa fue hoy estuvo muy bien, y creo que como que cada una hizo su trabajo, y pues se dio el resultado.
She feels that this week they've really focused on working on how to play versus Oregon State, what system they were going to use, and they were very on top of their defense tonight, which helped a lot, and just executing the way that they had been practicing all week.
Thank you.
I just have one more. After last week, when you only had one really solid set against Oregon, how important was it to get off to that good start and get that first set?
After a loss like Oregon, there's definitely like annoyance or like irritation. So like we kind of felt that for a couple days after, especially only seeing the sun for like 15 minutes in Oregon. But coming back into practice, I think we did really well, focusing on what we needed to get better. I think everyone was dialed in. I think yesterday's practice, we were in McHale, and McHale just has a different feel altogether. But I think we were all really focused, and we really enjoyed ourselves tonight, which I haven't seen yet either. It was really fun to play.
Sí, creo que igual después de perder contra Oregon fue como un switch de cambiar nuestra mentalidad de, ok, perdimos, pero pues el siguiente fin de semana tenemos que jugar mucho mejor. Y creo que también fue como que una motivación o sea, pues de haber perdido a poder jugar hoy bien.
Coming from last weekend losing to Oregon, there was a huge incentive to beat Oregon State today. And so they knew that they had a game the following weekend and they wanted to have different results. And so that was a big motivation for them to come out strong today.
Thanks a lot.